is composed in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Reveries unfold in the afterglow, in the afterglow. Never letting go of the afterglow, of the afterglow.
Welcome one, welcome all to Season 24, Week 4 PBE action. The playoff races are here. This is going to be exciting. Welcome everyone. My name is AJ87. I'm going to be your streamer for today, and I'm joined by my co-host Blowpop. Blowpop, how are you today?
I'm excellent. It's the weekend. We have some not quite playoff baseball to get through. A lot of high impact games coming our way today.
Very true, very true. So the big questions that I think everyone is looking at is who's going to win the majors divisions, who's going to be that sixth and final playoff team, who's going to be who's going to win the minor league East? Will it be Chicago? Will it be Dallas? All those questions will be answered as we get a good glimpse of what that playoff picture is going to be at the very end of the stream. I'm going to go ahead and take us into game here. Looks like we're still getting people in here. I'm seeing 58 viewers, which is good. So let's take a look at the pennant chase for the minors. We already have the San Bernardino 66ers clinching the West Division. And then the Dillos, Wheelers, Hepcats are all guaranteed to be in the playoffs. And in the Eastern Division, the Kingpins and the Dynamos are also guaranteed to be in the playoffs, but they are currently tied at win-loss percentage. They each have the magic number of 8. They need to figure out who's going to be that East Division champion very soon here. As
And we
the
might have a dramatic way to decide that because those teams close off the season by having a series against each other.
That's very true. If we take a look at the Dynamo's schedule here, look at this. Look at this stretch of games right here from the 6th to the 8th versus the Kingpins. So we might be seeing a single game decide it at the very end here. We'll see how that goes a little bit further into the stream. In the majors, looking at the pennant chase, we have playoff bound teams such as the Aviators and the Rougarous in the Eastern Division, as well as the Sloth Stars and Scorpions in the West. They're all fighting for that division championship, with the Sloth and the Stars tied at the 640 winning percentage, magic number at 9. And then the Eastern Division, we have a magic number of 5 for the Aviators, who are looking to clinch that division. And the Voyagers have a 95% chance of making the playoffs. As we look at the wild card here, the teams that are still in it: Voyagers, Apex Demons, and Vandals. With the Voyagers having that magic number of 6 to make it into the playoffs, while the other three teams have fairly low percentage chances of making it in, but you never know. With the sim, we could see some really crazy stuff going on.
I'm really interested to see what happens with the Sloths, Scorpions, Stars cluster. See how that seeding goes down.
Very true. I can't wait to see who's going to take that Western Division. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to real quick show that we are currently on August 31st. This is the last game of the Hummus and LBG stream on Thursday. All the minor league games have already been simmed. There were no major league games on that day. So we are going to go ahead and play till tomorrow as we move to September 1st. And today is going to be a quick sim day as we launch right on into the first day of the simulation. So we're going to go ahead and quick sim these as we try and figure out what the playoff picture is going to be. We'll be deciding games kind of as we go and trying to figure out who's where in a few days into the sim here. Let's see.
Vote now on your phones.
Rooting for chaos, says Hummus. All right, we're gonna go ahead and quick sim these games and see where we're at. We're gonna lead off with the Sloths, pushing their win streak to 13 with a 9-run top of the ninth. They were
Oh,
losing 9-2 going into the ninth inning, and the Sloths turning it around against the Providence Crabs to win it 11-9. That is a spike upwards in the favor of the Sloths. 4 RBI game for Christy Abbott, the third baseman from San Antonio. Looks like they had a grand slam in the ninth inning to help with that 9-run ninth. On the side of Providence, 3 RBIs for Arno Drachenberg, the DH, and a 3 for 5 game for Rusty Kuntz. Whole Horse gets a hold on the side of Providence, and George Washington Crab gets tagged with their 6th loss of the season, as well as their 5th blown save. King George III will take their 4th win for San Antonio, improving to 4-0 on the season in relief, and Slim Dugan gets their 8th save. Arno Drachenberg is going to be your player of the game in the losing effort.
That is a brutal top of the 9th inning right there, I'll tell you that much. If we head on over to Supernovas versus Apex, Supernovas are going to take that one 5-2. Not as dramatic of a finish this game compared to the Sloth Crab matchup. Got a 3-for-5 day coming out of Red Arrow as probably the highlight batter to be mentioned. Greg Maddox Jr. is going to get the save, and Baxter will take the win with 5 innings and 2 earned runs. Player of the game will be Baxter.
Let's go to the next game here. Death Valley versus Nashville. This is a Western Division pennant race here. Death Valley is going to take this one 6-2, out hitting the Stars 12-7. 3 RBI game for Willie Colon, the right fielder from DVS, and a 3-for-5 game for Afford over at the top of the order there. On the side of Nashville, we have a couple RBIs only, one from Brandon Fry and one from Wendell Meredith, who goes 2-for-4. Taylor Johnson takes their 6th loss of the season, despite a solid outing, giving up only 2 runs over 5.1. Urquidez Garcia, 8.1 innings, giving up only 2 earned runs. For Death Valley, he's going to be your player of the game. Excellent day on the mound by Urquidez Garcia. Whew.
The Rougarous and the Foxes tussle. The Foxes are going to actually take them down with 5-4. Don't even need the bottom of the 9th inning in order to do it. We scroll down and look at the batters. We have Beauregard going 3-for-5. Another 3-for-5 for me. Look at that. Maybe I just have good luck announcing these. Looks like McQueen is going to take the loss, dropping his record to 13-9. St. Brown will take the W, tacking on a 3rd win on the season for them. A hold goes to Law and a save goes to Young. J.R. Cook will be our player of the game.
So take a look at the Outer Banks Aviators and Detroit Demons. 2 teams to also take a look at as the Aviators look to clinch the Eastern Division and the Demons look to try and take that 6th playoff spot. Aviators are going to win this one, though, 4-1, out hitting the Demons 9-2. Excuse me. 4 RBIs on the side of the Aviators, 2 from Dub City, 1 each from Halen and Bergen Cannon. On the side of Detroit, only 2 hits on the day total for them, 1 from Armstrong, the other from Herrera. That Herrera hit being a solo shot in the 4th inning off of Walker Cato, who's going to go 7 innings, giving up only 1 run and 2 hits and a walk. Jose 43 gets their 15th save, going 2 innings, only giving up 1 walk. Molly Mitchell takes their 11th loss of the season, 4 runs over 5 innings, and Walker Cato will be your player of the game. Excellent day on the mound for AW.
An excellent year for Walker Cato as well.
Very
Definitely
true.
a front runner for pitcher of the year candidate. We have a 5-3 victory for the Vandals over the Voyagers. 10 hits to 9, 1 error apiece. Another 3-for-5 batting appearance for Lodge. New York also has a good outing from Rivers, going 3-for-4. Was not quite enough to topple the Vandals, though. Johnson's going to get the win, improving to a winning record on the season, and Colby Kidd will get his 11th save on the year. Miller will pick up the loss and a blown save after Savart starts with 7 innings and 0 earned runs. So despite the losing effort for the team, Savart is still going to pick up player of the game with some shutout ball.
That's a pitcher's duel right there.
Yeah.
Toros take down the Raptors here. 11-9 the final here. Raptors made an attempt at the end there, trying to tack on 5 runs. They were down 11-4 initially, but 5-run bottom of the 9th. They really rallied back there, but couldn't quite close the deal. 6 RBIs for Connor McDavitt, a 2-for-5 ball game.
Woo.
He had 2 home runs, one of them being a grand slam, the other being a 2-run shot. So all 6 RBIs on 2 swings of the bat. Excellent day for Connor McDavitt. Michael Fitted on the side of Cancun goes 3-for-5 with 2 ribbies, and Peter LaFleur will tack on 3 more RBIs. Let's see, it's going to be Brass Lemon getting their 4th win of the season. Not a great season for Brass Lemon overall, but gets the win here. Andrew Lucas will take their 11th loss of the season. Not able to get into the 4th inning, it looks like. And Connor McDavitt will be your player of the game. That's going to do it for the majors as we head down to the minors today. I'm going to go ahead and auto sim these as well.
It looks like we're going to have the Dallas Dynamos besting the San Bernardino 66ers 6-4. Home team does not need that bottom of the ninth inning. Rodriguez is going to have a 3-for-4 day for San Bernardino, getting 2 runs and 3 RBIs. We also have a 3-for-4 day coming from potential MVP candidate. Oh, sorry, I thought that was Krustis. I mean, he still went 2-for-4. That's solid. But Edwards goes 3-for-4, also with 2 runs. No RBIs to echo Rodriguez on the other side, though. For the pitching, Bill the Hill is going to pick up the loss, going to 12-7 on the year with 3 innings and 6 earned runs. Dallas doing all their scoring early. Michael Knightrider is going to pick up the W, 6.2 innings, 3 earned runs. And it looks like Wheatfall is going to have a hole with Croy saving the game. Benny Rodriguez will be our player of the game.
Dillo. The Dillos will take down the Hepcats 3-1 here, despite the Hepcats out hitting them 12-6. That's nuts. They had twice as many hits and 2 less runs. 3-for-5 game for Junichi Kaneda on the side of the Kansas City Hepcats. Good day at the plate for the DH. Dan King on the side of Amarillo. Going to pick up 3 RBIs on a 2-for-4 ball game. All 3 RBIs from Amarillo. Coming from Dan King. Yep, he had 2 home runs. Dan King putting in the work for the Dillos. Robert Mountain will get their 11th win of the season on a solid start. 6 innings, giving up only 1 run. Bremen gets the hold, and Tano gets the save, their 16th of the season. Kiwi Mace will take their 11th loss for Kansas City, despite a great effort on the mound. 1 out away from a complete game, giving up 3 runs over the course of that game. Dan King, of course, will be your player of the game.
Yas King Slay. We're going to have the State College Swift Steeds edging out the Chicago Kingpins in a 4-2 squeezer. Pretty low-scoring ball game, all things said and done. 3-for-4 day from Jimenez, the shortstop on Chicago. Unfortunately, not able to overpower the Steeds. Too much horsepower. Jody Quinn is going to go 4 at-bats and get 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 left on bases, but that one's not fun. We scroll down to the pitching. State College will have Hosh Jader pick up the W, and Laurels will have the save. Sky will take the loss for the Kingpins, and Barry B. Benson will pick up player of the game despite the losing effort after 7.0 innings pitched, only allowing 1 earned run.
The expansion team, the Brew City Bears, is going to extend Kingston's skid. Does it say how? It looks like, okay, I thought it was maybe a losing streak, but I wanted to make sure that doesn't say. Bears are going to win this one 7-3, both teams with 11 hits. Farting House at the top of the Kingston order with a 4-5 game, knocking in 2. Brewer, the DH, 3-for-4 as well. On the side of Brew City Bears, 2 RBIs for Jacob Sosa, the second baseman from Brew City. Ian the Igloo will get their 6th win of the season, giving up only 1 run over 6 innings. Ruth Heater Ginsburg, their 14th hold. Tom Riddle will take the loss for Kingston, their 16th on the season. Not having a great season is Riddle. And Farting House will be your player of the game for Kingston, despite the Mounties taking the loss.
And it did say that Brew City was also on a 5-game win streak, which is always fun to have for an expansion team, especially. So maybe Mounties are on a losing streak, but the game decided to be, positive. Just have that good energy.
Fair enough.
Speaking of expansion teams winning, we have the Louisville Lemurs, Louisville, whatever, winning 6-4, despite, again, not having quite as many hits as their opponents. The Wheelers put up 10 hits, but only could turn 4 of those into runs. Got a 2-for-4 day from Xander English, getting 3 RBIs and 1 run himself off of. Let's see, was that a home run? Yeah, it was. 2 on. Yeah, okay. 3-run home run, bringing the big bat. For the pitchers, it looks like we're going to go ahead and give that win to Warner with a hold to Krat and other Krat with a save. I assume those are narratively tied together somehow. Very cute. Roach is going to pick up a loss and a blown save after Johnny Toasties goes 5 innings, only allowing 2 runs. Xander English will pick up player of the game after that 3-run blast.
So go ahead and move to tomorrow, and we're going to take a look at the standings here. So with the Dynamos win, the Kingpins loss, that Dynamos magic number turns to 6 for the Eastern Division down in the minors. Up in the majors, magic number for the Aviators becomes 3 with their latest win. Sloths are at 7 for their magic number, trying to clinch the Western Division as Nashville Stars fall a game back, and Sloths with that 13 win streak. Voyagers looking at 5 for the magic number to clinch the wild card and the final spot in the playoffs, while the Apex Demons and Vandals are all still in the hunt. So we're going to go ahead and, since I don't think that there's anything that's really decisive here, I think we're going to go ahead and quick sim this next day as well. Let's see. I know that Hummus was talking about box score predictions, so I could do those one at a time, Hummus, if you're looking to do a prediction here. Which game? Let's do the Toros Raptors, I guess, since it's the last game that will. Well, I guess we could choose anyone to be the last sim. Vandals Voyagers? Yeah, it's probably the craziest one. So let's do a Vandals Voyagers one, and we'll quick play the other 6 and go through the box scores while that bet's going, while that prediction's coming through. Well, now you're saying Stars Scorpions, Hummus. Now, which one do you want? We'll leave those 2 for last, and we'll figure out the prediction as we go. So we'll go ahead and quick play the Rougarous Foxes. That's going to end in a 12-3 stomping of the Kashima Foxes. New Orleans is going to take this one out, hitting them 11-8. It looks like 2 RBIs from Chess Sims and the other one coming from Cloudera on the side of Kashima. New Orleans, multiple people with 3 RBIs. Gustave Beauregard, Paulo DeStefano Jr., and Christopher Brew. I know Beauregard has been in conversation for MVP. Those 3 RBIs will certainly help him out a bit. McDougal will get their 12th win of the season, going 7 solid innings, giving up only 3 runs. Quality start for McDougal. Rich Evans will take their 11th loss for the Foxes. Christopher Brew, though, is going to be our player of the game as he ties the New Orleans regular season game record for runs with 4.
Oh.
4 runs for Christopher Brew. Nice job.
With only 2 at-bats as well. Must have gotten on base from a couple of walks, or maybe hit by pitches. That'd be fun. Apex are going to take down Supernovas 7-4. A little bit of revenge ball coming from them. Sarasota is still going to have another 3-hit day from Red Arrow, going 3 for 4 with 2 runs, also reaching base on a walk. A lot of 2-hit appearances for Sarasota, but it did not appear to be enough. 3 for 4 game from Johnny Tsunami as well, getting 1 run and 1 RBI. Buster Nutt is going to pick up the loss for the Supernovas. You Need to Calm Down is going to grab himself or herself a W, and Maple will keep that save. You Need to Calm Down will also be our player of the game.
All right, so I didn't see what the prediction was. So I'll move past the Star Scorpions one in case it was that one.
It's Vandals Voyagers, just who's going to win.
All right. Well, we'll go over the Sloth Crabs first, and then we'll go back to the Star Scorpions. Sloths are going to win this one 6-1. Not quite as exciting of a fashion as the previous game, but they are going to extend their win streak to 14 in a row with this W over Providence. Only 2 hits on the side of the Crabs coming from Winters and Lemon. On the side of San Antonio, a couple of RBIs from Dinkle and Kahn, and a 3 for 5 game for Scott Poe. Ryan Rose gets their 15th win of the season, 7 innings, giving up only 1 run. Looking very much like season 23 Ryan Rose. We've been some of the inconsistencies in season 24 with Ryan Rose have been which Rose are we going to get? This is very season 23 Rose right here. This is the broken stuff. Leo Robert with their 12th loss on the season for Providence, and Ryan Rose, of course, will be your player of the game.
I think my fantasy group did not pick up Ryan Rose at all.
Really?
Yeah, I think we all realized afterwards that none of us picked it up.
Very surprising.
Yeah. Nashville is going to try to stop the bleeding a little bit by at least picking up a W over the Scorpions, 4-3. A little bit of a squeezer here. Scorpions almost come back in the bottom of the ninth with 2 runs, but they don't quite have the juice to put themselves over the top. A couple of 2-for-4 performances from Nashville, from Hopman, Johnson, and Meredith. We also have 2-for-4 coming out of Love from Death Valley, and a 2-for-3 from Fullman, picking up 1 run and 2 RBIs as well. Balkan is going to grab the W for Nashville. 5.1 innings, 1 earned run. Solid outing from him. A hold goes to Nguyen. Cletus McFloridaman also gets a hold. Sharing is caring. And Blue Line is going to pick up the 15th save of the season with 2 outs. Zielman will grab a loss, unfortunately. 7 innings, 4 earned runs for them. And Balkan will have the honor of player of the game.
Moving on to the Demons Aviators. I'm going to go ahead and quick play that one as well. Aviators are going to win this one 2-1. Very close game between the Demons and the Aviators, but OBX is going to pull it out here. 1 RBI each for D'Alicio and Bergen Cannon on the side of Outer Banks. On the side of Detroit, their 1 RBI is coming from Charlie Law Jr., the DH. Let's see. Tim Galvin will take their 7th loss of the season after the 6.1 inning start by Bentley. Jose 43 will get the W on the side of Outer Banks, their 7th win in relief, 7-3. 2 perfect innings from Jose after also a solid start from Ripspot. We got the 2 former Vandals pitchers going against each other here, but Justin Ripspot is going to be the one that comes away with the player of the game after a rain delay of 42 minutes in the 7th inning.
It was also interesting to see that there was a either pinch hitter or pinch runner, but it looked like a pinch hitter for the designated hitter.
Oh yeah, look at that. Mo Willis substituted for Law Jr. in the 9th. So maybe a pinch hitter? I don't know. That's weird.
I mean, it says he's got an at bat.
Yeah. Very strange.
It just designated hitter is not the position that I think needs a pinch hitter in my head, you know.
Not really, no.
Ooh, Toros blow out the Raptors 13-3, featuring a 5-run top of the 5th. Got a 2-for-5 performance from Tilapia Salmons with 2 RBIs. Got a 2 RBI performance from Ace Carter, 2-for-5 from LaFleur, 2-for-4 from Watermelon Walrus, grabbing himself 3 runs and 2 RBIs. Probably going to be our player of the game. Jay Doctor also has a 2-for-3 outing for Boise, but the damage was already done. Varga will grab a win, and Shu has a save. Varga going 6 innings, 3 earned runs, and Shu having 3 innings of shutout ball. Bisquick is going to have an unfortunate 3 innings, 6 earned run performance, grabbing a loss. And look at that, it's Watermelon Walrus.
You called it. Also, it looks like Shu's saying that Detroit platoons their DH, so that's probably why we saw the swap in the 9th inning there. All right, so this is the prediction here. We were asking who will win between Vandals and Voyagers. 76% say Voyagers, 24% say Vandals. Voyagers need this one to prevent the sweep. Vandals are looking to close the gap in the wild card. So let's go ahead and quick play this and see who wins, Digger Jr. or Choate as the starting pitchers. And it's going to be the Voyagers. So 76% of you were correct, as the Voyagers will prevent the sweep. And they will win this one 8-2, out hitting the Vandals 14-6. It's going to be 2 RBIs on the side of Vancouver, both from one swing of the bat from Sack Lodge with a 2-run homer. On the side of the Voyagers, 3 RBI game for Joshua Stevenson, going 2-for-4, but it's Eric Rivers who has 4 hits in 5 plate appearances. The third baseman from New York really having a great day seeing the ball. Kevin Choate will get the complete game for New York and their 17th win, giving up only 2 runs over the full course of the game. Greg Digger Jr. unable to get out of the fourth gets their 10th loss on the season. And Kevin Choate with that complete game will be your player of the game.
I voted for Vancouver because I figured if it's my first time on stream and you're the GM, it'd be rude for me to vote against them.
I would have voted for the Vandals too if I could, but I can't. All right, so let's see. We're gonna go ahead and autoplay these as well. We'll do another prediction probably the next day. So we'll go ahead and do these.
Looks like my Dillos are unfortunately going to get shut out 6-0 game for the Wheelers as they climb up to 55 wins in the seed race. Got a 2-for-4 performance from a cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter and a 2-for-4 performance from Will Fisher as well. I believe someone in chat before the stream started said Will Fisher needed a total of 3 hits to be the sole holder of single season hits record or something, or all-time hits record. So that might be worth checking out at some point.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly the details. Baxter's going to get the win with 7 innings of, as we said earlier, shutout ball, only allowing 3 hits, picking up 6 strikeouts along the way. Yoel Roshi will have a loss added to their card for the season. 3.2 innings, 6 earned runs. Looks like Anchorage did all their scoring early. Busta Baxter is going to be our player of the game after so much shutout ball.
Hepcats will take down the Mounties 9-1 in a slugfest for Kansas City. 20 hits for them. Excellent day at the plate for Kansas City. 3 hits for Caruso and Weedham Boys, 4 for Wash of the Mustache and Kaneda, and 3 RBIs for Kaneda as well. On the side of Kingston, the sole RBI coming from Rob Worth, and a 3-for-4 game for Bernard M. Brewer. Maverick Smoltz is going to take the win for Kansas City, improving to 13-7 on the year. 8 innings, giving up only 1 run. Excellent day on the mound for Smoltz. And Nicholas Wilson will take their 14th loss of the season for Kingston. Junichi Kaneda will be your player of the game.
State College will pick up a win off of Dallas going into extra innings, not just discount baseball, not just bargain baseball, but that's free baseball right there. 9-8 final score, a walk-off of some sort. Looks like it was a walk-off single. Got a lot of 2-hit performances, a lot of 2-run performances from State College as well. All 4 of the opening lineup from State College touching the plate twice on the day. Smith, Eyes, Blamo, and Quinn. We also have a 3-for-5 performance from Edwards and from Bruce on Dallas. Going through a lot of pitchers on State College, and it ends up being Perry that takes home the win after Laurels has a blown save. McDonald also has a blow save on Dallas's side, and relief pitcher has a loss. I think it's DVS relief pitcher or something like that. Yeah. That's fun. I like that. Ernie Harwell was our player of the game.
San Bernardino will continue their dominant season, improving to 74-29 as they take this win over the Lemurs, 7-2. Looks like 3 hit days for Rodriguez, Pretzelman, Rembeverwinkle on the side of San Bernardino, and 2 RBIs for Miles Ahead, Rembeverwinkle, and 4 straight. The Lemurs will get their 2 RBIs from Maxto Poutine and Simba Thrallers, who each had 2 hits on the day. Parlay will get their 7th loss for Louisville, as Danny Sullivan gets their 14th win for San Bernardino. Brentonathan Rembeverwinkle will be your player of the game for this one.
Our last Miners game of the day will be Chicago besting Brew City, 6-4 final score. Again, a bunch of people with 2 hits. It looks like Goffard and Gray and Frank and Jimenez are all going to have 2 hits on the day. On Brew City side of things, we do have a 3-hit performance from Gilmore Tuttle, going 3-for-4 with 1 of the runs for Brew City. For the pitchers, we have Lemonade taking home the win. 5 innings, 4 earned runs. Pin gets the hold, and Caledon Stormbless will have his 17th save of the season. Boy Jr. will have a loss added to their card. 4 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 additional runs by error, apparently. And the other run was apparently allowed by Gooser. Jarrett Goffard will be our player of the game.
I wanted to take a look at the history. I know a lot of people are talking about the. Uh, no, that's not it. A lot of people were talking about the. You were mentioning the Will Fisher.
Right.
It was hits per single season, right?
Or maybe just career hits. It looks like he has career hits record now.
That was last Will Fisher. That was last year, so maybe not a.
Gurin says it's career hits.
Oh, it's career. Okay, so he did hit that. So with his 637th hit this year, Will Fisher
Wow.
will make minor league history with the most hits over their career. Well done to Will Fisher. I believe that's Hydrochronus.
Will Fisher shows up in a lot of these career records for the minors.
Yeah, games, at bats, hits, total bases, home runs. And then someone said that someone was in like a home run record race, Miles Ahead. Yeah, Miles Ahead needs 2 to tie, 3 to break this season. The home runs in a season leaderboard, currently held by Bob Gibbles, who's playing with Vancouver actually. So as we look at the pennant chase here, we already know about the 66ers, but Kingpins and Dynamos are still tied here at as the magic number is at 6. They're both looking for that Eastern Division pennant. As we go to the major leagues, Aviators have that magic number of 2. If they win and the Rougarous lose, they clinch the Eastern Division on the next day. Magic number for the Sloths is 6 as that continues to dwindle as that win streak continues to grow for San Antonio.
You do not want to run into that buzzsaw right now.
No, not at all. And it looks like the Vandals have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. Wild card is looking. It looks like Demons have been as well, as Voyagers and Apex are now the two teams competing for it. Voyagers have that magic number at 4. Apex still hanging on there, but Voyagers are right there. So let's see. We might want to watch a Aviators or a Rougarous game. Probably Aviators this next day to see if they can pull out a W and see if they can win that Eastern Division. So let's go ahead and move on to tomorrow. Just want to make sure that I did do both. I did sim both the majors and the minors. Yes, okay. Wanted to make sure. All right. Are there any minors games today? There are. Okay. Well, we'll start with the majors, and we will go ahead and manage the game of the Aviators. Where are they? There they are, right at the top. So we got Kaide Tachibana for Providence and Bob Beaumont for OBX. Looks like OBX is favored 6-4, pretty close actually, on the lineups here. I don't have any stat info for specific games since we're kind of running blind on these, but we did have some stat info that we covered at the top of the stream. So let's see. Do we have predictions for this?
What you got for us, Hummus? Or somebody? Total runs over under 8.5.
Yeah, Mike. The Stars and the Stars and the Scorpions aren't going to be able to be decided. Or actually, Shu was mentioning Scorpion Stars. Scorpion Stars, they're definitely close, and we'll absolutely watch one of their games coming up here. But that's not going to be decided today. What could be decided today is the OBX Aviators clinching the Eastern Division if they win, the Rougarous lose. So yeah, like Person Man said, there's still plenty of games to watch after this. So we're gonna go ahead and get into game. Would you like to take the top or the bottom of the innings here, Blow Pop?
I'll do the top, so if there's a walk-off, you can have that moment.
Okay, sounds good. So submissions are closed, so why don't you take us into game for the Providence Crabs leading us off?
All right, Mike Litteris is going to start the ball game for us. Eventually. He'll take himself a walk. Dowd will come up to the plate next. Another walk. Runners on first and second. Al Bunty, underrated name. Will take strike 3 looking. Ooh, Rusty hit by pitch. We have bases loaded, 1 out. Drachenberg at the plate. Lays down what appears to be a bunt, and the runner is... Ooh, tagged out at home. Nice play by the catcher. And it looks like OBX is able to get out of a jam.
As we go to the bottom of the first here, it's going to be Farley Hank up against Kaide Tachibana. High fly ball into right field, and that's going to be taken care of by the right fielder Stein. Izzy D'Alicio will take a 4-pitch walk from Tachibana, making it to first easily on the free pass. Strike 3 called on to Klausberg and Cannon, and with 2 outs and a runner on first, it's going to be Dan Halen, who's going to get a base hit all the way to the wall. And it's going to be a multi-base hit for Dan Halen. Looks like a triple, and that will score the first run of the ball game as the Aviators take a early 1-0 lead. And it's going to be Dub City, the third baseman, following that up with a long fly ball into straightaway center. That one's gone. 2-run homer by Dub City, increasing that lead to 3-0. And that will be a 2-run homer by Dub City, scoring Dan Halen. 457 feet. Tyler Swift up next, and they'll go down on the splitter ball. So the side is retired here in the bottom of the first after OBX puts 3 runs on the board as we go to the top of the second now.
Stein is going to lead things off for the Crabs. He will fly out to right field. Former Dillo Cedric Winters, the king of season 23 postseason, will ground out to third base. Bergamot Lemon will seemingly also end the inning with another fly ball. Interesting that we've had 3 runners on base for the Crabs, but no hits.
It's going to be Wesley Nakaya due up, the right fielder for OBX. Goes down on strikes. And Tex Walker, the recent call-up for Outer Banks, is going to ground that down the third base line and is going to beat that out. Tex Walker credited with an infield hit. Third baseman Svanberg couldn't get a hold of it. And Linus Riverboat's going to follow that up with a... that will be scored as a double as Bunty cuts it off and throws out Riverboat at third. It will score Walker, so OBX will go up 4-0 here, but the bases are now empty for Farley Hank, who gets thrown out at first on the ground out to shortstop, I believe.
I like the gumption on the triple, though. That was good.
He tried.
Top of the third, top of the order. And Mike is going to reach first base on another walk. Dowd will bloop one. Oh, it looks like that was dropped by the shortstop, and that will be, again, a runner reaching base with no hits. Bunty will strike out. Rusty up next. Another strikeout. OBX fanning kids. Drachenberg with 2 outs and 2 runners on is going to lace a base hit to right field, and it looks like Mike is able to come home safe. Providence is on the board with a run and a hit. Runner still on first and second, 2 outs. Svanberg is going to take a walk. Once again, bases loaded. Stein will lay a little grounder, and it looks like there was no attempted throw. Run scores, infield hit, bases still loaded. Cedric Winters doing Cedric things, getting himself a nice single, and 2 RBIs come home off of that one. Nice 2-out rally here from Providence so far. Runners are still on first and second, still 2 outs. But it looks like I cursed them. My bad. Sorry, Bergamot.
We go to the bottom of the third now with the game tied at 4. It's going to be Izzy D'Alicio, Bergen Cannon, and Halen due up. D'Alicio will fly out to straightaway center. Litteris will take care of that one. Klaus Bergen Cannon, high pop fly just behind the pitcher's mound, taken care of by the shortstop, 2 away. Dan Halen grounder to first, and that's bobbled by Rusty Kuntz. That will be ruled as an error, and Halen will be aboard. Dub City, however, is going to fly out to left field to end this half inning and keep the game tied at 4 as we go to the top of the 4th now. Krabs up next.
4-4-4. Mike Litteris is not going to be able to make it to first base. First time he doesn't do that on the day. Dowd will strike out. 2 outs for Al Bunty. And he will ground out to the shortstop. Quick little 1-2-3 inning for the top of the 4th there. Nice work by OBX.
Going to the bottom of the 4th now. Tyler Swift with a ground ball to third base, thrown on to first. Swift thrown out there. Wesley Nakaya will go down on strikes. That's going to be out number 2. And it's going to be Tex Walker due up. And that's a fly ball into center field. Sliding catch by Litteris. He's going to be taking care of Walker there. And that's going to be out number 3. Go to the top of the 5th now.
Rusty's going to lead things off with a swinging strikeout. Drachenberg will be up next. Designated hitter coming in with 1 out, nobody on. Solid contact, but looks like that's going to be popped up to center field. 2 outs for Svanberg. Little grounder to the third base line, and it looks like he's able to beat out the throw. Stein will end the inning with a pop out to center field. Bottom of the 5th.
Riverboat Hank and D'Alicio due up here. Riverboat will lead us off, and we'll watch ball 4 go by for a walk. It's the second walk issued today by Tachibana, and that will be a base hit by Farley Hank as Riverboat is going to head on over to third. No throw. Interesting. D'Alicio high fly ball into left center field, taken care of by the center fielder, and that will score Riverboat. Making it a 5-4 ball game, and the over has officially been decided. Even though once it got tied at 4-4, it was kind of impossible for it to be anything else. Pitching substitution here with Bryce Turner entering the game after a Bergen Cannon single. Dan Halen goes down strikes, and Dub City will pop out to the third baseman, leaving 2 runners on the base paths. Outer Banks will take the lead 5-4 as we go to the top of the 6th now.
Cedric Winters is going to start things off, lacing a little grounder to shortstop. Doesn't quite beat out the throw. Bergamot Lemon will have nobody on with 1 out. Solid contact deep to right. That looks like it'll be caught by Nakia. And Mike will ground to first, ending the inning. Another 1-2-3 performance by OBX.
Bottom of the 6th coming up, it's going to be Swift, Nakaya, and Walker. Swift will ground out to shortstop for the first out of the inning, taken care of by Bunty. Nakaya goes down on strikes. That will be out number 2. Bases empty. Here comes Tex Walker, the switch hitting second baseman. The pitch from Turner. And it's going to be ball 4 as Walker takes the free pass to first base. Taking a look at that out-of-town scoreboard, DVS and NOLA tied at 2. That's the other game we're keeping an eye on today. And a ground out to second base by Linus Riverboat will end the inning. Still 5-4 Aviators as we go to the top of the 7th now.
Dowd is going to start things off for us. Solid contact. Another sliding catch by a center fielder. That place is just hopping in this game. Al Bunty is going to fly out to left field, and Rusty Kuntz will come up with a chance to end the inning. Oh, it looks like Nashville is putting the hurt on somebody. I didn't see who they were playing, but it's 13-1.
Oof. We'll take a look at that here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order due up for the Aviators. And it's going to be Whole Horse entering the game to face down Farley Hank, who flies that into center field, out number 1. D'Alicio, the first baseman, up next. And that will be skied into left field. Easy grab by Winters, out number 2. And Bergenkamp will ground out to second, throw it on to first, out number 3. So still 5-4 OBX as we go to the top of the 8th. Providence looking to tie this game up.
Drakenberg will start the inning with a strikeout. Theron Bincaden is now pitching for OBX. Their whole stable of pitchers has done fairly well today. A lot of strikeouts so far. Another one coming at the hands of Svanberg. Stein will be at the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Solid contact, kind of. Grounds out to second base. Walker flips it on over to D'Alessio. Inning over. Well, half an inning over.
It's 13-3 in the Nashville-Sarasota game. That was the one that we were looking at. Dan Halen is going to go down on strikes to lead this half inning off, the bottom of the 8th for the Aviators. Dub City up next. Here's the pitch from Whole Horse, and got him swinging with the sinker. That's going to be out number 2, as it's Tyler Swift, the center fielder, who will be stepping into the box here. Grounder to shortstop, diving stop, thrown over to first, out. Bunty with the strong play on the run. Diving stop, thrown on to first for the out. Great play by Al Bunty.
Winters will strike out to start the top of the 9th. 2 outs left for Providence, hoping to squeeze one more run out. Bergamot Lemon at the plate. Solid contact. Hits back wall off the bounce, and it looks like he's going to stretch it into a stand-up double. That is a bold stand double, but hey, 2 bases are 2 bases. Mike Litteris will have solid contact. Diving catch in left field. These outfielders today are just making plays. Last chance for Providence. We have Dowd at the plate. It's hit high. It's hit deep. It hit into the glove. That'll be your ball game. 5-4 final score. OBX wins.
Why don't you take us through the box score as well?
A lot of 1-hit performances or 0-hit performances from Providence. Nobody going on base more than twice. Well, a couple people got walked a bit, I guess. And there was a hit by pitch, which is always fun to see. Not a whole lot of offense on either side of the game, though. Only 1-hit appearances from any OBX player as well. Definitely a pitcher showdown despite the run totals. Tachibana is going to pick up the loss. 4.1 innings, 5 earned runs in 6 hits. Beaumont will have a win added to their card. 6 innings, 0 earned runs, but 4 total runs. We saw Hummus commenting that there should have been a errors over-under at 5.5 for this game. Theron Bincaden will pick up a hold, and Funk will have their first save of the season. Bob Beaumont will be our player of the game with 6 innings, 0 earned.
I didn't realize Funk was pitching out of the bullpen. I thought he was a starting pitcher. Weird.
Hey, he had 6 pitches, and they were good ones.
It's like that any day you can get. So it's going to be the Voyagers getting the win over the Toros. Voyagers win this one 7-2. Looks like the only 1 RBI on the side of Cancun coming from Ace Carter. Walrus having a 2-for-3 ball game. On the side of New York, 3-for-5 game for Joshua Stevenson with 2 ribbies. Hardin Long 2-for-3, and Barbados Slim will tack on 2 RBIs as well. Tokiyami gets their 11th win of the season, giving up only 2 runs over 6 innings, and Brent Lemieux with their 6th save of the season, 3 shutout innings, giving up only 1 hit. Callaway Flowers gets their 14th loss on the side of Cancun, unable to make it out of the 5th, and it's going to be Joshua Stevenson who's your player of the game.
Indy Apex are going to snap the win streak for San Antonio, handing them their first loss in the last 14 games. 4-2 final score. Got a couple of 2-hit performances, a 2-for-4 day for Winston with 2 runs and 2 RBIs tacked on there as well. 2-for-4 day from Ben Dover with 1 run and 2 RBIs. From San Antonio side of things, basically only Stan had a good day at the plate. 3-for-4, 1 run. And took a walk as well. Leguse is going to pick up the win, advancing to 11-8, 6 innings, 0 earned runs. Bolanos will have a hold, and Dion will have a save. And looks like Rayner will have a loss. Your player of the game is Shifty Leguse.
Nashville Stars take down the Supernovas. Final score is 17-3 with 23 hits for the Nashville Stars. 3-hit games for Hopman, Johnson, Fry, Reeves, and Philly Fan with 4 for Thomas Rose, who goes 4 for 5, crossing the plate 3 times. Marcus Reeves with 5 ribbies. On the side of Sarasota, a couple of multi-hit games for Torrent and Taters, with Torrent knocking in 2. But it's all about Nashville on the offense there. Lucky El Charo will pick up their 12th win, giving up only 3 runs over 7 innings. Champ McQuack takes their 8th loss for Sarasota, only going 1 inning. And it's Marcus Reeves who's going to be the player of the game with the 5 RBIs.
Shout out to Wendell Tintin Meredith for showing mercy, being the only star to not tack on a hit. It looks like Twitch is also having some
Yeah, I'm noticing that
buffering
too.
problems for a lot of people.
Let me go ahead and save the game while we're... Make sure that in case my internet goes down. Hopefully it's not a internet issue, it's just a Twitch issue.
It's definitely a Twitch issue. Enough people are having problems, and also it like wiped the chat and forced a restart of the page.
Weird.
Like I did not click refresh, but it just kind of did it.
And I'm able to hear you fine
yeah.
as well, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause a second here. I think I got a ping. Yeah.